of Poker House Dallas's $250,000 free roll. We are at our first break, and we are pulling our first table in for the live stream today. So got a very colorful table ahead, very good stream ahead. Looking forward to commentating this one. This is Smokey back here in the commentating booth. Do not have anybody with me just yet, so it's going to be me again by my lonesome. Hopefully we'll get some color back here after a while, maybe get somebody to join me in the booth. But again, day 1C started at noon. We were at first break. This is our $250,000 free roll where every member here at Poker House gets a free entry, a free 5K starting stack. So come see us. We will be continuing this tournament next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at noon. Those will be 3 more starting day 1. So plenty of time left, plenty of value left. If you do the math, these seats right now are worth about $1,200 a piece, and you're getting in for free. So come see us at Poker House. We'll be underway here a little less than 2 minutes. We've got a great table. Very excited to see what happens here with this table. Know most of these players here, so ought to be fun and ought to be an entertaining table here. So I'm going to go to commercial real quick while we wait, and we'll be back with you here in just a minute.
First thing you notice is the atmosphere, the quality of the tables and the chairs. As I came through, they said, "Oh, we got to give you a tour of the place." You know, they showed me around. Whenever you have several details like that, it starts to add up and just creates a better experience.
This place is absolutely gorgeous. I think they did wonderful with the design and everything. It's just very comfortable.
As a server, I'm going to handle all of your needs: food, snacks, coffee. If you bring your own alcohol, we will be here to serve you guys.
It's brand new, as you can see, and I like chargers on the table. That's new for me. Come play. It's going to be a great time.
The building is absolutely gorgeous. It just has a great open area, for people to just hang out, have a good time. The management is focused on just creating a positive experience for everyone.
We're going to have an armed guard at the front, making sure no one brings any weapons in, make it safe for everybody inside.
Their promotions are really starting to bring people in, and as it grows, it's definitely going to compete with the other rooms in the area and probably overtake them.
We have some of the best tournaments going on, some of the best cash games as well.
All right. Back here in the commentating booth. 27 seconds you see there on the screen. The tournament was paused for just a minute. Not sure what exactly was going on there. I think maybe they were finalizing some chip counts, but we are glad to be back here on Super Bowl Sunday at Poker House Dallas. We will have the Super Bowl streaming on 20-plus flat screen TVs. Super excited about that. Don't know who's going to win. Going for the underdog. Go Joe Burrow. I think the Bengals were my favorite team as a kid. I loved the colors. That was when I was a kid. They had the tiger stripes, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to go for the underdog and go Bengals here, but no idea what's going to happen. Ought to be interesting. So as that's happening, we will be continuing to live stream here at Poker House Dallas. As you see there, we had 68 entries in day 1C. We're going to play down to 15% of the field. I'm not sure what the tournament director is playing down to 10 or 11 there, but be somewhere right in that range. And we are off to our first hand here. Got Mr. Henry in the box for us. And again, we have a very lively lineup here as we see Mr. John folding. Over to Action Ashley, actually an ambassador here at Poker House Dallas. She plays all over the place. Great tournament player, not knocking her cash, but really good tournament player. Happy to have her on the stream. You've seen her all over the internet. You've probably seen her playing live, so rooting for Ashley today for sure. Ashley's going to raise to 1,400 under the gun +3. It's going to fold around to Kevin, who's going to get stubborn with Jack 3 off out of the big blind, so going to go 2 ways to a flop. All right, Ace-7 deuce. Nothing for Kevin. Ashley still in the lead with her pair of 4s. All right, and this is a first hand for our dealer. It takes a little bit of training here, so bear with us. I think maybe he had a burn card hit the live box, so anytime the dealer is burning, if it gets too close to the box, it will register. So this is a new thing, new toy for us here. So Ace-7 deuce, so still nothing changed. I'm going to go check, check. 6 on the turn, check. We expect Ashley's going to check back here, just trying to get to showdown with her 4s. 10 on the river. Lots of overs, but Kevin's going to give up, show a jack high, which is no good. And Miss Ashley's going to take the first pot of the day here on the live stream. So 3,700 added to her stack here. All right, blinds are 3, 6, and 6. 32 players remaining out of 68 originals, so a little less than half the field still remaining. Chad Cook's our chip leader at this table, 106,000. That's 175 bigs. Miss Tiffany Tran rounds out the leaderboard there with 30 big blinds, and everybody here looks to be average or above average. We got a pretty good table here. All right, Mr. Daniel Hufford here under the gun with 2 queens. 21,000 in his stack. He's reaching for raising chips. Going to put a raise in. I believe 1,600 is the bet. Going to fold around. Not much from the button, small or big blind, but he did get called and cut off by Chad Cook with pocket 2 black 3s here. Going to go to a flop 2 ways. Daniel wanting to fade any overs and see what happens. King 10-7. All right, a $1,200 bet and a quick fold from Mr. Chad with the pocket 3s. Chad obviously looking to flop a 3 or more than likely get out of the way. And no 3 on the flop. He gets out of the way, and Daniel picks up 3,100 here. All right, lots of chatter here from the table. This is a good, friendly table. A lot of familiar faces here, a lot of staples here at Poker House Dallas. We've got Miss Katie. You saw her in the box. She was able to jump in the tournament today. She had the day off. Good to see her in seat number 9 there. I apologize, seat 1. And it's on John. John Traver here under the gun with a 9-10. It's a pretty looking hand. It's a hand that can get you into trouble if you play it wrong. He's going to limp in with $600 here. I don't have Ashley's cards, but she did call. And now that there's dead money, the blinds are small. We've got a lot of limpers here. All right, Sam Brown. It's going to raise here with King Jack. Again, there's a lot of dead money in this pot. He's going to make it 2K. Now Chad in the hijack picks up a premium ace queen of clubs. 3 bets to 7,000. You can see Kevin here. Hollywood in a little bit. 9-10. I don't expect a call here, but a lot of dead money. There's been a 3 bet. You don't know what the original raiser's going to do. I expect him to get out of the way, but I am wrong here. He's going to put calling chips in, I believe. Yeah, he's going to call with a 9-10 of clubs. He does have position. He's on the button. Don't necessarily. That's very tricky now. The original raiser, Sam, if he does have a huge hand, he's gonna 4-bet here. So really taking a risk by calling with the 10-9. But Sam gets out of the way. We're gonna go 2 ways to a flop. Let's hope the clubs don't show up on the flop. Kevin would be in trouble. All right, here comes the flop. Mr. Kevin's going to take the lead with middle pair. Very wet board. Chad was the pre-flop raiser. He's going to continue the aggression here. He's going to put in the standard C-bet. Hope for a fold on a board that looks like that. But as we can see, Kevin does have middle pair here. And I was just joined in the booth here by Mr. Eric Anderson. Let me unmute his microphone. Eric, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing, Smokey?
Good, good. I see you out here on the live stream, but that's a 10-minute delay. So
there's a 10-minute delay. That was 10 minutes ago.
I didn't know if you were in the DeLorean and you were traveling around or what. Kevin just called a 3-bet with 9-10 of clubs, flops middle pair, and decides to fold there. So puzzling there. He is a guy that I know pretty well, so I might have to razz him about that hand and wonder what he was thinking there. I guess he didn't flop enough. I guess he's expecting to either flop 2 pair, a flush, a straight draw, big drawing hand.
It's kind of hard to play middle pair against a pre-flop raiser who continues after the flop, even if it is a continuation. But I would have elected to call there if he wasn't out of line. But
Yeah, I think if you're going to call with that hand pre-flop, you've
yeah,
almost got to call
what
the
are you
flop.
waiting for?
Right.
Yeah.
So, good to have you in the booth. It's lonely back here. We are off to hand number 4, Action Ashley under the gun. We do not see her cards.
So she's got a card protector that is interfering with the RFID, and you hear me talk to her right now about it. So she's going to take it off the table.
Okay, excellent. So a metal card is messing with the RFID technology. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to raise, so we'll play this hand blind with her.
See me back there talking to her about it.
All right. Our short stack Miss Tiffany Tran's going to put the call in. The bet is 1,600. Over to Kevin in the cutoff.
Now this is a new dealer. He didn't deal at all in the first flight 1A or 1B, so we had to do some little bit of training with him. Am I not loud enough?
Let me turn your mic up. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better
Okay.
there. There you go. We had you too low over here on the mixer.
All right. And we're training. What's his name? Is it Ed, the dealer? Or who's running the action tracker right now? He wanted to learn how to run the action tracker. So I taught him for the first 15 minutes. He looks like he's got a hold of it. So I decided to come back here and give you some company in the commentator's booth.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, that's Brian you're mentioning. You see him in the background there. Awesome dealer, awesome guy. All right, we had some calls here. We still have no idea what Ashley has.
She's gonna let it go.
But the ace high here is gonna bet. And Miss Tiffany's gonna call with she's gonna float here with just the gutter ball. Jack of spades, so Tiffany here, she's gonna check. Is Shadow Don brazen enough to barrel here on the turn?
Yeah, it's hard to continue a second barrel.
Absolutely, that's a very
when
wet
you get
flop.
called. It does work though. Little sigh of relief for him.
Yeah, Tiffany's down to 13, 8 in chips. The blinds are still fairly small. We're 3, 6, and 6, but she definitely doesn't want to be letting a couple thousand go here and there relative to her stack. That's a big percentage. Looks like we lost a player. We're down to 31. We had 32 just a second ago. So,
And you can see, this is Mike, right?
yes, that's our
Floor.
tournament director. in
He's
the
going to
mask.
come in, and Ashley was in the big blind, so he's got to balance the table. So he's taking Ashley away from us.
Oh, no, we lost the action, Ashley. Okay, well, still plenty of personalities at this table. Sam Brown here under the gun, 9 deuce. Chad. Ace Jack. Makes it 1,500, so 2.5x here. And Kevin definitely not scared to mix it up. He's gonna 3-bet to 4,200 here with Ace 9. He is in position. He's gonna fold down to the 2 players. Chad doesn't want to go anywhere just yet. It's gonna put the calling chips in. So we're gonna go 2 ways to a flop. It's about 10K in this pot already. And I don't have a flop here. I'm not sure what happened to our graphic here. Eric, do you have an idea?
Yes, I do know.
There it is.
8 of spades did not read.
Okay.
So this is when I told Brian, you have to manually, when this happens, you have to manually type in.
Okay. This ought to get interesting here. So both players pretty aggressive thus far. I know we're only in hand 5, but Kevin flops middle pair, and Chad's going to have open-ended, the backdoor club draw, and 2 overs to this board. So I'm not expecting him to go anywhere just yet. Oh, wow. We have an all-in and a snap call. Snap call with middle pair. Wow. Was not expecting that. It's going to brick the turn there for Chad. All right, they're pausing for us here, and the river is going to be the, looks like a king. Can't tell, hasn't popped up yet. Maybe the king of diamonds. It eliminated him, so it had to have been the queen, ace, or jack.
I didn't even realize that happened 10 minutes ago.
Oh, there it was. It was the queen, and it completed his straight. Eliminated Kevin. Kevin actually snap called with the best hand. Wow, what a call there. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him. And
Average chips. Oh, that's why I didn't miss that hand. That's why I missed that hand. I realized that none of my cameras were zoomed in. So we were looking at the whole screen, see how we're seeing the whole room right now?
Okay.
I like to focus in on the players that I want to see. So this next camera is a 3-4 camera, so I want to focus in on these two players. That's why I didn't pay attention to that last hand.
Okay, understood. All right, yeah, so few fine-tuning the stream here. There we go. Okay. All right, and again, this is we're testing this equipment. We'll have some stuff fixed up. The tripods and stuff you see in the background, the extension cords, those won't be there here in the near future. But for now, that's what we got. And Miss Tiffany's going to get it all in here with Ace King under the gun +1. She is our short stack, nearly 14,000 in chips. She got called by the cutoff who has Ace 10, and under the gun does have Jack 10, but I expect everybody else to fold. We'll see what happens here. Looks like it's going to be Ace 10 against Ace King going to a flop. All right, back around to Chad, who limped in with Jack 10. He's going to get out of the way. We are going to go 2 ways to a flop.
Yeah.
And Miss Tiffany, as long as she can avoid a 10 or some kind of wonky straight or something, she should get a full double up here. Let's see what happens. King 7-5. Tiffany way out in front here. Gonna need some kind of sweat, straight card. That is a sweat. Now we're looking for a queen or a 10. Oh my, it's never easy. And deuce. Tiffany for the full double up right there. Oh, what a sweat card though for Tiffany. Poor Tiffany. Flops the world and then has to deal with the Jack of Hearts on the turn. So definitely glad to fade the river. Again, this is poker players know what I'm talking about. It's never easy. You feel like you're way out in front. There's no way you're going to lose a hand. A Jack of Hearts comes on the turn. Now, any heart, any queen gives your opponent the win. So when originally pre-flop, he was kind of just drawn to the 10. So never easy, but no sweat. Tiffany does double up here. And we were down to 30 players. Lost another player here. So, again, for those of y'all that just joined us, we are live streaming our $250,000 free roll right here at Poker House Dallas. We're off 35 in Regal Row. Come see us. This is our last day for the weekend. We will kick this tournament back up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next weekend. In the meantime, we do have some weekly tournaments. We obviously run cash games 24/7 here. Our cash games have been out of control lately, and you know we're really picking up steam here, and we're glad to have each and every one of you guys as a customer. If you haven't been here, there is a free starting stack waiting on you in this free roll. If you haven't been here, we would love the opportunity to earn your business. Come through the front doors, give us a chance. I think we have a great team here, and you're going to be surprised. Not a whole lot working in this hand. Folds around. Sorry, under the gun +1 limped in with a Jack 7, and now we'll deal with the blinds in a limped pot. Jack 5-5, Shadow Dawn going to take the lead here. Top pair. All right, going to bet the Jack and get 2 folds. Going to pick up 4,400 here. Blinds are still 3, 6, and 6. There are 30-minute levels in this tournament, so you will see none of the players are really in a hurry to get it in. I say that we just had a big all-in a second ago, but generally speaking in this tournament, there's a lot of play, a lot of raising, folding, because the players are so deep. Most players don't want to take any unnecessary risk, so Chad Cook here, 233 big blinds. I believe our biggest stack out of the first 2 days is 340,000. So we'll see what happens today. Today was a smaller field. I believe it says there we had 68 players. So it is a smaller field, but it's all relative as we do play down to 15%. That's Mr. John Trevor there in the red jacket. You guys probably seen him around here in Dallas. He's a very well-known player. Plays a lot of poker, tournaments, cash, the whole shebang. He's going to get out of the way with the 7-6 and the hijack. And we're folded around to the button, who lets the battle of the blinds begin. And Chad here is going to elect to just limp in with ace high. I would have expected a raise out of the small blind. He's going to go ahead and flop top pair against Tiffany's middle pair. So probably going to work out for him here if he would have put the raise in. Don't know that Tiffany would have called, but the way he played the hand, he flops top pair to her middle pair. He's going to bet. I'm sorry, we're going to get the graphic right here. He's going to check, let Tiffany bet 1,000, then he's going to call. So he's way out in the lead here, needing to fade a 10 or a 9. Does do that. I would expect him to bet here. Yeah, just a small bet, 2,000. And the way the hand played, Tiffany has no reason to fold here. She's going to put the call in. Unfortunately, she's no good. All right, pretty standard there. Chad checking the flop with top pair does entice Tiffany to think her 10 is good. They both check the turn. When Chad decides to check the turn, it kind of reaffirms Tiffany in her head that her 10 might be good. And then she's forced to call off when Chad bets the 2K on the river. So good play there by Chad, actually. I like it. Unfortunately for Miss Tran, she just was caught with middle pair there. But good play, Chad. All right, I don't see anybody chatting us up here on the live stream. So if you're watching us on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, it's all under Poker House Live. Our Facebook is Poker House Dallas. YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff is Poker House Live. But hit us up in the comments. Let us know how the stream sounded, how the video quality is, all that good stuff. We want to hear your feedback, as this is a work in progress. So under the gun here, Mr. Daniel Hufford's going to put it all in with a pocket pair, 2 5s. Unfortunately for him, he's going to run into a better hand here. Let's see how this plays out. Miss Tiffany, who just gave her chips up in the last hand, has pocket 8s. It's unfortunately a very small all-in here, 7-3. So she knows he's going to be pushing with 2 overs, any kind of pretty cards, pocket pair. She is correct, and fortunately for her, she has him drawn very thin. All right, both players going to put all their cards face up. We do have a new dealer, and she's going to flop him dead here with flopping a set. So Daniel, you see his expression there. There's nothing he can do. He is eliminated from the tournament. So we know, obviously, running 5s would make quads. Uh-oh. Had something happen here. I apologize. We actually had Shadow Dawn in the big blind call. Am I seeing this right? I have to get Eric back here to explain to me exactly what happened and why we're seeing it this way. All right, a little bit of a slow up here. Let's see what Daniel's expression was all about, because I have no idea what's happening in the hand now. Ace 8-8. Tiffany flops quads. Okay, definitely flopping them dead here. Wow, so that's his expression. Running 5s doesn't no good. And she should have him covered, so Mr. Daniel's going to be eliminated. Thank you for playing with us today, Daniel. Congratulations on making it thus far. We will have more day ones available next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, for anybody interested to play. Come play. You're going to start with a 5,000 free starting stack. You can double that stack for $100. Going to get you to 10K. If you can make it to the first break, there is a mega add-on available. It's 150 for 15,000 in chips. So if you were to show up at the break, buy in, or get your free entry, add on, you would start with 25,000 in chips at the first break, which is where we started this stream. Mr. Renee's in the box for us. So we had a dealer change. We are short on players here now. And Eric, I was just we had the bad graphics. She actually flopped him dead with quads, but
Oh no.
it had her flopping a set, and then you guys fixed something. So Miss Tiffany had pocket 8s against pocket 5s and flopped quads. So
Oh wow.
I didn't know if you had an explanation on what happened there.
No, I didn't even see it. I wasn't out there yet. This is the 10-minute
Oh,
delay.
okay.
I haven't been out there
You
yet.
were in here.
I
Okay.
was still in here watching it with you.
Okay, so we're a few players short. When they bust the table out there, they'll probably fill us up.
And what happened was they busted a table, and he came and got me to show him how to put in all those new people.
Okay, excellent. So so we'll have some players coming here shortly.
Yes, and you can see it was taking them so long. Some of the players were getting a little aggravated. They're like, come on, we're losing hands here. So Mike went and put a few more minutes on the clock to make up for the time that we took fixing the problem.
Okay.
And this, what's this dealer's name?
Renee.
Renee. It's his first time dealing on the feature table, so Brian didn't tell him what he was supposed to do properly. So there's a little bit of a learning curve we're going to have, and that's why we're streaming on day 1 of a free roll.
Right, correct. All right, we have John Trevor. I know he was under the gun here. Don't see his cards. I think he put a raise in. Yeah. Maybe got 3-bet here, but we're going to be off to the next hand. And Renee probably has it figured out here. It doesn't take long to learn them. There's just a few little nuances.
Right. And now you're going to see Brian come back here and get me. He's like, hey, man, Renee just ran through that whole I didn't get it. I don't know what's going on. They just broke a table. They're bringing in players. And so you're going to see Brian walk back into the booth to grab me. Just like that.
Okay.
And
Awesome. Well, yeah, so there's going to be a learning curve here, but we're going to make it fair for everybody.
Deal.
And
Yep. And I like Mike. Mike just, you can hear John asking, hey, can you just keep dealing? I'm like, no, you can't keep dealing.
Right.
We have to go in process. He's like, you can't keep dealing? No, we have to. It tracks everything. It tracks the chip counts. It tracks all the action. We can't keep dealing. And Mike threw a couple minutes on the clock to make up for this, so it was great.
Okay, good. So it took care of the players there. And again, just going to be a work in progress, but it's going to get better and better each and every day.
Exactly.
And this wasn't a big hiccup here, but
no. And you know, it's just a matter of it's John's first time, or excuse me, it's Brian's first time in the box, and it's
Renee's first
time, and you know, it's everybody's first time. Good.
First thing you notice is the atmosphere, the quality of the tables and the chairs. As I came through, they said, oh, we got to give you a tour of the place. You know, they showed me around. Whenever you have several details like that, it starts to add up and just creates a better experience.
This place is absolutely gorgeous. I think they did wonderful with the design and everything. It's just very comfortable.
As a server, I am going to handle all of your needs, food, snacks, coffee. If you bring your own alcohol, we will be here to serve you guys.
It's brand new, as you can see, and I like charges on the table. That's new for me. Come play. It's going to be a great time.
The building is absolutely gorgeous. It just has a great open area, you know, for people to just hang out, have a good time. The management is focused on just creating a positive experience for everyone.
We're going to have an armed guard at the front, making sure no one brings any weapons in, make it safe for everybody inside.
Their promotions are really starting to bring people in, and as it grows, it's definitely going to compete with the other rooms in the area and probably overtake them.
We have some of the best tournaments going on, some of the best cash games as well.
all right, guys, thank you for checking our commercial out here. Very cool commercial showing all of our features, all of our amenities we have here at Poker House Dallas. The armed security guy at the front wanting everybody down, making sure there are no weapons that enter the building, picking people up on golf carts. We have valet, free complimentary valet. We have a chef back here with us, cooking burgers and cheesesteaks and hot dogs and pizzas, all kinds of good stuff.
Those burgers are so good.
All right, is it?
I don't know what seasoning he puts on there, but those his bacon cheeseburger is fabulous.
It's not frozen meat. I'll tell you guys that. It is a hand-pressed patty, and everything's very reasonably priced here.
Yeah.
For being handmade, it's very reasonably priced. We're going to be expanding that menu, expanding the kitchen very soon. Hopefully get a food truck outside, something like that. So come see us. We have Premier Massage in the house, giving massages. Cash games going in the background. We are back live here again after a little delay.
Break. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
And I take over the action tracker just for a couple of hands to make sure everything's smooth again, and then Brian's got a handle on it. No problem. Learning curve. That's no big deal.
Awesome. Okay. Now here's Jeremy back here with us. I know we don't have the names up, but I did see his Miss Covert back there railing him, and I recognized her. And there's Jeremy. Can't tell if he's rocking the Poker House hoodie again yet. He did have it on yesterday, and I thought it brought him some luck. He got aces a few times, and there it is.
It does.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. We appreciate you supporting us. Okay, 27 players remaining. What are we playing down to today, Eric? Is it 12 or 13?
15% of 68. I believe they said 12.
12 players going to advance today. So everybody that advances should be in the money coming back on day 2. So very exciting.
Might be 11.
Maybe 11. Okay, so 11 or 12, somewhere in there.
And we also, if you were watching Flight 1A and 1B, we had the same table on there for the full 3 hours between breaks. And what we decided is let's throw a break in after level 10. So they'll play for 3 levels instead of 6 levels, and we'll get a new table in. So that's what we just did.
Okay, great. All right. Looks like Katie here is going to be in seat 1. It's going to be in the big blind.
Did we lose all the graphics?
We have no graphics.
Oh, you
here,
know
so-
what? Hold on a second.
All right. Fix me up, Eric.
There's a button. Okay, there is a button on there that says hide graphics. And during that table switch, I think Brian got a little flustered, accidentally pressed that button. So for 10 minutes from now, I just turned it back on for the next 10 minutes. Everything will be, the chip counts are going to be correct when we come back because he's doing all the work. But for 10 minutes, we're not going to see what happens. This is like 2002 poker.
Okay.
Moneymaker era.
Well, let's see how we can announce this. I know Katie's in the big blind here. I believe she called a pre-flop raise, or we went check. I believe there's a flop. She's going to bet here, and we're going to fold around to Katie, and she's going to pick the pot up. So
She probably had pocket aces.
yeah. Interesting here. We have a Cowboys fan in the house here. Unfortunately, the Cowboys didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
They got close.
I thought it was their year. This is another year that was their year. They didn't quite make it. It'll be next year, though. Next year, guys, if you're a Cowboys fan, it's your year next year, so just hang in there. I can say that because I'm an Eagles fan, and hopefully we don't lose any viewers when we talking about that. But, yeah, Cowboys, obviously a big staple here of Dallas. You're going to see a lot of their gear.
I'm a really big Rams fan today.
Yeah?
It's going to be a good day if the Rams win.
Why is that?
I had a friend call me yesterday and say, double or nothing, I'll take the whoever else they're playing.
Bengals, yeah.
The Bengals. I don't watch football at all, so I'm not even paying attention. But she owes me a little bit of money, and she's like, double or nothing, I'll take the Bengals. So I had to look it up and see who was the favorite. I'm like, well, man, she's getting the worst end of this. Okay, I'll do that.
Awesome. I have Mr. Trevor, John going to fold on the button. Looks like there are 3, looks like purple chips. Our purple chips are worth 500, so that's going to be a raise because we're at 3, 6, and 6. So I believe that's a raise to 1,500. We got a couple of callers back around to seat 2 here. It's going to get out of the way.
Now, that was level 7, so I think we're 4-8. Or no, level 8 is 4-8. Never mind.
All right, we're going to go 2 or 3 away to a flop here.
So would you like to know why she picked the Bengals?
Why'd she pick the Bengals?
Because the Simpsons predicted the Bengals winning.
Oh well, if you ever jumped in the rabbit hole with the Simpsons predictions, have
Yes.
you ever seen that? Yeah, it's very crazy. They predicted that Donald Trump was going to be president
Yeah.
like 20 years ago. Looks like you're getting Google out to see what all they predicted. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, well, I did it last night. No, they predicted him like riding down that escalator. It's going to be a substantial day.
Wow. So unfortunately for the players here, or maybe fortunately for them, we aren't seeing their cards here for the next 10 minutes. But nonetheless, we're going to have some fun, talk about it. We're getting a bet and a fold here.
Yeah, she sent me the little Homer Simpson Go Bengals gif that's going around.
Well, you're going to be wanting to choke Homer Simpson if he was correct, or Bart or whoever. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. We are going to have it on like a lot of TVs up here.
Starts at 5:00, right?
Yes, I believe that's correct. I don't even know. Once my team's eliminated, I kind of quit watching until the draft. I'm a huge draft fan. I don't like college football per se. It's kind of too slow for me. But once the draft's here, I love diving in, seeing what the prospects are, who's going to get who, and it's kind of like a soap opera at that point. So, Mr. Renee, I think we're going to go be on hand 20-something of this stream, have a few of the same players, some new faces. Those graphics will be up here in the next probably 5 minutes.
Yep. But this shows how boring poker is without the hole cards.
Yeah. The cameras and the computer chips, the RFID technology has added a very unique, cool dynamic to poker.
Yep.
Yeah. To sit around and watch it without that would be pretty boring unless you're one of the players.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's even if you're one of the players, it's painful.
Right.
You just sit there.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of folding. Like again, going back to TV, they make it look a little more intriguing, but there's a lot of folding, a lot of sitting around in poker. There are some players that will play every hand. Usually doesn't work out for the best for those guys, but you got to have at least a little bit of patience in poker.
Yep. Yes. They take the full week of poker and cram it into about 4 or 5 hours of just the exciting hands. Where we just start as soon as registration closes, press play and see every hand. Except for this 10-minute block where we're not going to see any hands.
Yeah, no. Katie there she is studying.
Yeah.
Studying the players, studying her environment, trying to get a read on people. She looks angry. She definitely doesn't look like that when she's in the box. She's very friendly. She's one of our friendliest dealers here. But she is definitely intense at the moment. But this tournament's no joke. There's a lot of money on the line.
There's a lot of money.
First place should be well over 50,000, right?
Yeah, that's what we were looking at.
Yeah, we were kind of
how many players show up.
Yeah, we were kind of trying to guess. It's just a guesstimate right now. Obviously, we don't know how many entries they're going to be. Hopefully, we get over a $250,000 prize pool, but that's going to take some doing. Hopefully, some players from out of town maybe come in the last weekend. We'll get a lot of our regulars shoot more than multiple bullets, but we're just kind of anticipating or guesstimating, and we believe the prize pool will be well over 50,000 for first place. So, obviously. All right, onto the dealer button here. He put some chips in, and now Tiffany's either going to call or raise out of the small blind there.
We're going to be so excited when we get to see the cards again.
Yeah. right, we have something going on here. Very interesting. Tiffany's going to bet 1,000 out of the small blind over to our Cowboys fan. And I apologize, I do not remember his name, but he is a regular here at Poker House, so I feel ashamed of myself. But he's going to make the call here. Renee off to a turn. Jennifer decides to give up so far, or she's going to let him take control of this hand, be the aggressor, but she's going to check call here. So last card here. No, there's at least probably 6 to 10,000 in this pot. She's going to bet a pink chip, which is worth 5,000. You can see Renee's hand go up. So be very interested to know what the cards were. She check called the turn, bet the flop, then check called the turn, then fires the river here. So put him to a decision. And he
makes the call.
She has ace queen. He throws his down very quick, and we should know.
So yeah,
killed the dead hands.
Yeah, if he shows his cards, he must have won the pot.
Yeah, and Tiffany's gonna lose a hand here. I'd be interested to see what her stack is. Looks like she's 25,000 or so. Maybe more than that. The blacks are worth 100. The purples are worth 500. The yellows are 1,000, and the pinks are 5,000. We have 26 players remaining. The average chip stack's around 36,000. Total chips in play thus far, 925,000. So.
Yeah, I think she has about 28 to 30,000 just by a quick glance.
All right, Jeremy's going to be in the big blind. So he, as you can tell, is studying the players as they look at their cards, looking for any kind of tell, any kind of read he can get from the players. Players sometimes tend to have tendencies. Sometimes when people have a pocket pair, per se, they'll look at their cards and they actually snap them down. That seems to be a tendency. There's a little nuance like that Jeremy, an experienced player like himself, can pick up on. So studying players as the action comes around. To the button here.
They don't want to see spades come out.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So the button with a king 3 of spades. I love this move. Going to be the aggressor with king high on the button. It's going to get called by both the small and big blind who have defending worthy hands here.
This is so much more exciting.
Yeah, there we go. Tiffany's going to take the lead. Flops top pair.
Jeremy's got middle pair.
Jeremy does have middle pair. Tiffany, the only one with the backdoor club draw. And Chad not in very good position with only one over to the board.
Right, he's going to get away from it.
Yeah, bet. Jeremy's going to call the middle pair.
And like we were talking about earlier, I don't hate floating with middle pair.
Right. 7 on the turn.
Oh, good check. Good check.
Jeremy's not falling forward. He's going to check behind, but this will make him call whatever the river bet is.
Yep.
She showed weakness.
There's 9K out there. She can bet 5K, and he's going to call it. Oh, that's only 2,000?
2K, extracted value.
Good job.
She wanted to not get a fold there.
Yeah. I'll bet you he would have called. It would have been interesting to see how much he would have called. I think he probably would have called 4 or 5K, but she doesn't know that. She just wants to get something.
Absolutely, especially with the busted flush draw out there.
Mm-hmm. That was a great bet by Tiffany.
All right, took a small break there. Had lovely Miss Amber bring us a few Cokes back here. We were getting thirsty. It's hot back here in this commentating booth. So on to the next hand. Did we lose our graphics again?
No, the hand's over. Oh, no.
Oh, there we go. It all popped up all of a sudden.
Oh, you know what it is? Brian has to hit next hand.
Okay.
So
okay.
He did everything right.
Awesome.
You just have to hit go. It scared me for a second.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have stood another 10 minutes of sitting around looking at cards. I may have had to play some commercials or
Yeah,
something.
we'd have to go take a break.
So under the gun here, limps in with King Jack, and that's going to get the blinds in on the cheap with the Queen 4-10 flop. King High still way out in front, and open-ended. Going to turn top pair, still open-ended. Probably not going to get much resistance when he bets here. Going to bet 2K, and we're going to go fold on the next hand.
That is a refreshing beverage.
Yes. All right, so 26 players now remaining. We lost another one. 4, 8, and 8. So the blinds have gone up just a couple of minutes ago. 4, 8, and 8. We're at level 8. Chad going to be the.
Wow. If that's
Check
not a
later.
typo, he's got 172 big blinds.
What was the total stack? I didn't see it. Just saw the big blind.
172 times 8. Let me do some math really quickly. 172 times 800 equals 137,000.
Wow.
When the average is 37. He's got about 4 average stacks in front of him.
Wow.
If that's not a typo.
Right. All right. John under the gun here. He's only got about 38,000. 10-6 going to fold. And not a lot going on in this hand. Expecting it to pretty much fold around unless somebody wants to get out of line here.
So it's a 3-seat. So let's take a glance at, he's got the WSOP hat on the 3-seat.
Yeah, Chad Cook here, out of the hijack, he's got 130.
Oh, yeah, look at that stack. He does have, that's not a typo. He's got 138,000.
Yeah, and folding in the hijack.
Did we see any of his hands? Any monster hands? Any, oh, well, yeah, that one he knocked out like 20 minutes ago where there was a bet all in a snap call and he gets there.
Oh, yeah, yep.
That was only for like 15,000. That wasn't, and that explains.
I think
why
that was
the
about a
snap call.
60K pot. I think he had
it?
about 28,000 when he went all in with it, but definitely maybe a third of those chips, but he's definitely accumulated chips from somewhere. And so far, he hasn't really used his stack.
I wonder if he got him from Katie and that's why she's crabby.
Possibly.
He's all smiles though in there.
Yeah, of course.
Everything's going good.
He could
for
pretty
him.
much fold the day 2 at this point,
Yep.
so he's in good shape. Sam Brown's going to round us out down there with 30 bigs, 24,000, 31. Graphic went a little quick for us there,
Yeah.
but
So, just for the viewers who do not know how this works, you get 5,000 to start for free. You can add 5,000 for $100, and then on break you have the opportunity to add another 1,500 or 15,000.
1,000, yes, sir.
So you could walk in for your free, your 100 add-on, and your 150 add-on. So for 250, you could sit down with 25,000 chips.
Yeah, correct. Which, that was, hour or so ago, and some of these players don't even have 25,000 right now, so that just shows you what the value is in that buy. So
Yeah.
you would have plenty of chips. Ace-9 under the gun here. Mr. Higgins. Mr. Higgins is one of the players that came all the way out from San Angelo to see us. He's one of my longtime players out there.
Okay.
So glad to see him here. He's going to raise it up here. He's tired of sitting around, I think. This is one of those, I'm tired of sitting around. I've got a pretty looking ace-9 of diamonds. Going to raise here just to see what happens.
Okay. That's another question. I'm new to Texas poker, so I'm just trying to figure this out. Anybody can walk in and become a member tomorrow and sit down with 5,000 chips.
Correct.
Okay. So if you're within, and 2 more weekends, right?
Yeah, 2 more weekends. Next weekend will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That last week will be Wednesday, Thursday will be the day ones. Possibly Friday, depending if we can get rid of a day 2 or not. But yeah.
Right. So yeah, if you're listening to this broadcast and you can plan to be in Dallas, there's cheap flights from everywhere to Dallas.
Higgins is going to bet here, and unfortunately, Shadow Don's got an overpair. He's not going anywhere. A lot of good turn cards for Mr. Higgins' hands, though. Any diamond here? Oh!
Look at that.
Turns the wheel. Worst card for Shadow Don's hand, but it's a very wet board. Obviously, any ace is going to be in the lead here, so definitely a hand that Shadow Don can get away from here.
I think he's going to easily find a fold here.
Yeah, let's see what the bet size is. It's 11,000. It's definitely too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
I think he actually just said too much. As he folded.
Yeah.
I could read his lips. But
Worst card in the world for Shadow Dawn. Mr. Higgins definitely glad the 3 come, but a lot of good turn cards. I like to see bet on the flop, see where you're at.
yeah, for sure.
Kind of a semi bluff there. Down to 25. Lost another one. Boy, if we lose one every time the graphic comes up.
Danielle's
there
out
next
there
time.
playing.
Oh yeah, maybe that was her.
Possibly. She said she doesn't get to play often, but she wants to play this one. There's some good value in it. And so, yeah, I walked over and sat there and started talking to her. Thought that she was just sitting down with a bunch of dealers or something. And I'm like, oh, wait, you guys are playing?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just interrupted just so rudely interrupted your hand.
Well, if she's good of a poker player as she is a manager, then she should do really well. So
She is fabulous.
gonna fold around here to Miss Tiffany, Ace 5. Grab some chips. Gonna put the call in. So
And
Jeremy's gonna call. Now we're getting dead money in the pot. These hands like this, you want to limp in, see what happens.
And she does have right around 25,000, like we were saying.
Yeah, most of the table here, 35,000, roughly around the average, except for the gentleman in the 3 seed who has the monster stack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's going to complete here. When you get this much dead money, you're never going to fold. 10-6 doesn't matter. It's 400 more to complete. You're looking at a 5K pot. So these are the toughest hands for me to play, Eric, because you never know who has what. Everybody's limped in.
Yeah.
These are the hands that you see people go broke in.
Oh, Jeremy's got the best of it with a flush draw and a gut shot straight draw.
Yeah, and Tiffany flopping top pair here again. You have no idea where you're at in this hand. There's been no aggression, so
hard.
now you got to have post flop play.
Williams got second pair. I think there might be a bet, a raise, a call. Oh, you know what happened? So here's what happened. He accidentally put that ace that was a burn card over the flop.
Okay, so
Brian caught it and said, nope, don't do that.
Oh, well, that definitely improved Jeremy's hand. Jeremy just flopped the straight.
Do you know why you guys are doing that and I never do? I don't have a chip tray in my table.
Oh, okay.
So they can work right in front of them. So I was wondering why all of your dealers were doing that. Well, there's no room for them to work.
Okay.
So they have to make a conscious effort.
Yeah, they definitely have to exaggerate it. But look here, Jeremy has flopped
totally
a straight. John's flopped open-ended. Mr. Higgins flopped top pair open-ended. Everybody has a little bit of something except for Shadow Don, who's going to get out of the way here.
Yep. And top pair gets to fold. You know, where she had the ace.
Right. Oh, right.
She might have gotten in trouble. Now
course.
she's not in trouble anymore.
Okay.
Now we got top pair open-ended versus flopped a straight.
Yeah.
So William needs a 7 or a queen to chop it.
Oh, King of Clubs actually helps Mr. Higgins' hand. Only a
Gives him
10
a
high
flush
flush draw, but
they've both got about 30K.
yeah, you see Mr. Higgins' outs up there. Any 7, a club, queen.
Yeah, these faded ones, the A6 and 5, have all been folded.
Jeremy's going to put the pressure on those. Going to bet about pot size. He bets 10,000. I believe there was 10,000. There was 12,000 in the pot before he bet. Mr. Higgins.
I don't get away from this.
Yeah, he has too many outs. He's not going anywhere. Oh,
he gets a flush.
and there he
Three
gets there.
jacks. The 3 jacks wouldn't have helped him, but the flush does.
Yeah, he's going to just check call, but Jeremy's going
Yes.
to check. Yeah,
Yeah.
so. And Jeremy just disgusted to see that run out.
Just keep throwing clubs up there. Wow.
Jeremy going over the hand in his head before he lets the
Jeremy did nothing
cards
wrong.
go.
He just William got bailed out by the deck. William did nothing wrong. His hand was strong enough to not fold, so they both played well. It's just William's time.
Yeah, I think it's just I always say that hand just kind of plays itself.
Yep.
Those a lot of times the bigger hands in poker, that's what it is.
Yeah, I always want to stop and think, what could I have done differently to win? And besides just pile it all in, and you might get called anyways with top pair open ended. So it's
Yeah, you can definitely play the what if game a lot in poker. A lot of hypotheticals, but the hand played out pretty standard there.
It did. Jeremy's down
Jeremy
at
lost the minimum. Really didn't go for. Obviously, the club gets there, and
Yep.
so.
And registration is finalized at 68 players for Flight 1C. Do you call them flights or days down here? Day 1C?
Yeah, day 1C.
Okay. I do some events where they have two flights in one day, so they call it Flight 1A, 1B.
Right. Yeah, it's
I
kind
do
of
like the
both.
days.
Yeah.
Either way, they know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they do. So Texas being right in the middle, I think that's we get terminology from the East Coast, the West Coast,
And the no coast.
yeah, the Midwest, the flyover states. We get a little bit of everything here. So looks like we had a limper here with Ace 10. Very interesting. In the cutoff, you're just going to limp with Ace 10. I would have expected a raise there. Ace 10 usually
yeah.
good enough to raise when it's folded around to you, and now you're looking at having to call a raise from the button. So now you're going to be calling out of position. If Corey just puts the raise in pre-flop, John probably fold his hand. Instead, Corey now forced to fold the Ace 10. So.
And in a way, he's thinking, "Wow, I'm glad I didn't raise."
Right. I probably just would have ran into Ace King or Kings or something when reality John's just using the strategy we were just discussing.
Exactly. He's got the button and he's got a suited king, and hey, let's just use a little bit of aggression and pick up these chips out here that nobody wants.
Just got a text from Danielle needing a computer password, so I don't know if she's out or not, or maybe she just needed to help them do something, but we will find out shortly. Hopefully she's still in. Oh, pocket nines for Chad under the gun here.
He's up against Jeremy's Ace 10, and Jeremy, I think, will play a little more aggressively with his Ace 10.
He is playing against the chip leader, though. Chad is the guy with the 138,000, so it could factor into Jeremy's decision here if he wants how aggressive he wants to get.
Chad makes it 2,000.
Oh,
Jeremy
folded.
folds.
Yeah.
Tiffany calls with an ace, which makes it easier for Jeremy to fold his ace.
Right.
You know, Ace 10's not a great hand when you have a raise and a call in front of you. And you're out of position.
Sam going to go ahead and complete here. Going to call. He was invested 800 in the hand and another 800 big blind ante,
the
so
big blind
feels
ante.
kind of compelled.
Yep, and then he flops the best of it. He had one over and he gets it.
He's going to check here. Wait for a player to
Deuce.
C-bet, and it's going to check around, so.
Now he knows he has the best hand.
He's got to fade an ace.
Now he
okay.
checks again. I was
Yeah.
going to say he's definitely going to bet unless a jack comes out.
Yeah, now he's trapping. He wanted.
Chad's going, you don't have a jack. There's two on the board.
Right, and you would have bet if you had one.
Exactly,
So check to me. My nines are probably good here.
Tiffany's got a gut shot.
Yeah, she's called with hands like this here in the past. But she's going to let this one go.
And the gut shot would have been no good because it would have given Sam a full house.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fireworks. Oh, a raise and then a snap call. What does that do to Sam when you get snap called like that? Do you think he's got a better jack? I mean, there was no hesitation in the call. Oh, he doesn't think so. He's going to get it in.
I was going to say there's not a scenario where Chad has a jack because he bet pre-flop. If he had ace jack, king jack, something that he would have bet pre-flop with, he would have continued on the flop because it would have been made sense.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
So Sam's not afraid of anything
trap
right
there
now.
with two people in the hand.
No.
Correct.
Oh, he called?
Yeah, he has the chips to spare. He wants to look him up.
Oh, he did have all those chips. You're right. That gives Sam 25,000.
Sam's gonna get the full double up here. Chad.
50K. Wow.
Chad gonna take a big hit to his stack. Still got plenty of chips, but he must have put Sam just. I don't know if they have past
not having a
experience,
jack.
but yeah.
You know, you don't have a jack.
Mm-hmm. Put him on the bluff or.
And now you're representing because I called you. You know, you tried to bully me around, and that's not going to work out for you because I've got two pair.
Yeah, having that big chip stack obviously helps a lot. You know your tournament life's not at stake. So, if you think a player has something, you're going to go with your gut. And unfortunately for him, it was wrong this time. He's still way out in head with 143 big blinds. He's still got double what the next person has, even after losing 30K to to the player there. Jeremy now, the small stack here at our table, but I say small stack, he's still got 27 big blinds.
Now, I don't know if this factored into his decision at all, but I don't mind losing chips to the guy on my right because I've got position on him the whole tournament, and so I have a better chance of getting him back. I hate giving people on my left chips because now they have position on me with more chips. So I don't mind so much losing to the guy on my right because I get to act later.
Yeah, that's some very next level thinking there. Don't know, not saying that these players aren't thinking that way, but yeah, I like the philosophy there. Jeremy gonna raise under the gun +1, Queen 10, getting called by a better hand from Mr. Don with Ace Jack of Diamonds. Big blind completes. We're going 3 ways to a flop.
I like Jeremy's aggression.
Jeremy is our small stack at the table right now. After that raise, he's down to 19.5.
Yeah, after that 50K pot that he
Flops top pair here, so good spot for Jeremy.
Clubs.
He's definitely going to bet. I think he announced all in. Yeah, just rip it right here.
Yep.
Don't see either other player having enough to call here. 2 overs for Shadow Don, backdoor flush draw, but Jeremy has been playing pretty tight, so expect both players to fold here.
Yeah.
Shows the 10. Wants to keep, his tight image intact.
Yep.
Doesn't want players thinking he's making moves. Nicely played there by Jeremy.
Yeah, I rarely show a bluff, but I will show when I have it because I want them to think that I always have it.
Right. It's the reverse psychology of the reverse psychology, and so it makes poker so fun right there. Down to 24 players.
Did you verify that we're playing to 11 today?
I have not. It's either 11 or 12. We'll let it be a surprise, I reckon.
All right. And if you bag, you are not in the money, but you're close, or are you in the money?
I believe that would be a tournament director question,
Okay.
but I believe you will be in the money. I don't want to misguide anybody. They may have to play it down a player or two. Coming back on day 2.
Oh my goodness. Jeremy with the ace versus Shadow Don with the queen.
Oh, both in really early position here.
And then Sam with the 5-5, he might just get away from it.
And look what Jeremy did. He limped with the aces.
So tricky.
Yeah, very. And
This is going to be bad for Sam.
yeah, and they both limped. Aces limped, trying to trap, and then queens limped. So this could be a train
This is
wreck
gonna
because
be a
this lets
really
the small
bad
blind
one.
and big blind
Yeah.
get in on the cheap. And if either one of them flop top 2 pair, I promise you, Jeremy's kicking himself right now. If it goes to a cheap flop,
Yeah.
he limps in, hoping somebody raises so that he can come over the top.
If we get clubs out there, Tiffany's got the best of it. Wow.
And another pair is Sam. So
Not all
5
crappers.
queen. Let's see what happens here.
Oh,
Oh wow!
Oh,
Wow.
So pretty much nobody likes this flop except for Shadow Don, because anybody could be limping in with any king. Oh,
Yeah, 10 on the turn
Jeremy does not want a king.
or an ace
Or
would
an
be
ace.
devastating.
Oh wow.
Shadow Don just getting annoyed that nobody's betting at this point. 2 of diamonds. Jeremy's gonna have to bet, but he checks. It's just too wet. Yeah.
Does he fold?
No, he's got a check call here. Surely the way this is played out. No floor.
Yeah, the diamonds don't. The flush doesn't get there. Oh man.
Sam contemplating if his 5s are any good. The way it checked all the way down, but surely he folds here.
Yeah. If
So healthy bet 3,500. And I'm guessing Jeremy
pot-sized
call. If
bet.
Jeremy gets away from
it's
this,
just over pot size bet. The great news for Jeremy is he didn't go crazy. Yeah, he shows.
yeah, he's forced to call. Going to lose 3,500, but loses the minimum.
Yeah. Yep.
Luckily, it could have been worst case if a single queen comes out, queen jack deuce
Yeah.
flop, something like that. Jeremy may get in bigger trouble, but he definitely lost the minimum. So very well played by Jeremy and Don both there.
Yeah, they could have played it differently. Jeremy could have lost his whole stack easily.
Yeah, if he would have raised pre-flop,
Shadow
absolutely.
Don re-raises, 3-bets him, gets everybody else off the hook, and then Jeremy 4-bets, and they get it all in. unless Don finds a fold with 2 queens pre-flop.
We've seen it happen yesterday on the stream, but
I posted it on the Facebook.
yeah, this is another hand probably to take a clip away and put this up there. That was it was played very weird pre-flop.
It was weird.
You know, Jeremy obviously limped in hoping somebody would raise, and then Shadow Don does the same. Nobody raises, and then both players kind of win the minimum and lose the minimum.
Yep.
So both of them sitting there.
Don was too strong to bet. He's like, man, somebody get something, please.
Yeah, he wants somebody to run out a straight or a boat or anything. He's going to be under the gun right now. He's upped his chip stack to about 42,000.
You can see he's replaying that hand in his head, thinking, how is that supposed to? And then Jeremy's got the ace king.
Yeah, Jeremy's going to pick up another
Chad's
premium.
tens.
Yep.
Chad's got all the chips.
And this is where the button's probably going to raise, and Jeremy comes over the top in the big blind. You think?
Yeah, I think so. I think the poker gods are just going to punish Jeremy the last 3 hands.
Katie getting out of line here with 3-4 of hearts.
Wow.
She's been sitting around. She decides to raise at the wrong time, unfortunately for her.
This might be good for Jeremy because now he's not going to 3-bet.
I don't know. I think Jeremy 4-bets right here with ace king of diamonds.
I think he flats. Oh, well, you're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah, he's going to rip it in here. Gets everybody except for probably Chad. Chad has that huge stack. It's 20,000,
Oh,
22,000.
definitely call.
He's calling, and we're going to be off to a race.
Yeah, he's already in for 8. It's only 13, 14 to call. So that was. Now we get to find out if the poker gods are punishing Jeremy or rewarding him. Oh, they are punishing him.
Yeah.
Chad flops top set.
Got to get a diamond or, yeah.
Jack to chop it. Jack or a 6.
Jacks or 6 for the chop.
And half of those are dead, so we've only got 4 outs.
Oh,
he gets it.
And Jeremy sits down immediately.
Wow. He was
Wow,
down to,
look at him.
he was
Poker
down to
gods.
4 outs.
He is smiling.
He is so happy to get half his money back.
Yep,
Or to get half the pot, just to get his money back.
He is a Congress or Big O player, so he is used to getting half pots.
Yep.
Definitely probably one of the better half pots here for Jeremy. Wow. Unfortunately for Chad, flopping top set, going to have to chop the pot in half, but
Yeah.
interesting hand there.
Yeah. Jack of hearts wouldn't have done it. It would have gave Jeremy the flush. So he needed a jack or a 6 that was not a heart.
Wow. Well, this has been pretty entertaining the last few hands. Let's see if we can keep it going. These are very cool hands to commentate and to assess when you can see the cards for sure. Still nobody hitting us up on our Twitch stream over here. Guys, put your comments down here. Let us know what you're thinking of the stream. Eric and I back here in the commentating booth. Let us know what you're thinking.
Still nothing. You know what I like to do? Offer a little giveaway for some trivia questions. Like, what is this? Your first tournament for Poker House?
No, not our first tournament per se. We run daily tournaments. Yeah.
Okay.
So we do have tournaments.
This is your first multi-day tournament.
Yes, first big tournament here at Poker House. So yeah, we can give something away again like we did yesterday. Listeners, be ready to answer some trivia questions for some swag. I'm gonna leave it to Eric. I will be back in about 3 minutes, and we'll have a question for you.
Excellent.
Hopefully, I don't miss any more interesting hands, Eric. I got to run to the main floor real quick.
You bring me a Coke back.
Sure.
Perfect.
You got enough ice?
I do have enough ice. Thank you. All right, back to the action. Jeremy just ships it all in with a king 5 in the small blind, and it's going to work. He's going to pick up 2,400 chips. I did not expect that out of Jeremy. He's been playing pretty solid with his ace king and his ace ace, and I guess he just thought he was supposed to be out with that last hand and decided to ship it all in and pick up some chips. Saw the average stack now is about 40K. Oh, there we go. We had a little math problem over there and getting out the blinds and annies. John helped Corey out. There's John under the gun with pocket sevens. Blinds are 800. He's going to just call. Just call with 2 sevens under the gun. And folds around to Chad Cook with the 9-10 suited. He's going to make the raise to 2,500. It's going to fold back to John. Just over 4 times a big blind. I don't think he folds in this situation, because if he hits a 7, if he goes for a set mine, he can get the full double from Chad. If he gets a piece of it, Chad's got enough money to spare. He makes the call. Okay. So John is still ahead with the 7s. It's a good flop for him. Chad's got the gut shot. He's got 2 overcards. Now John knows he has the best hand. The ace is going to slow him down, though. Anything but an ace, and he was probably betting that turn. And this is hard for John to call now. Chad could have checked behind on the flop with a hand like ace, king, ace, queen, and then he got bailed out and hit the ace. But John does make the call. Jack on the river does not change anything. John's probably in check call mode, and Chad just gives it up, and John picks it up with a pair of 7s. Add 7,000 to his stack. We've got a new sound mixer in here with these fun little widgets. Just about 30 seconds left in level 8. We've got to fix that autofocus. John starts moving around. He was trying to focus on him. Install a couple of lights in here to brighten it up, and we are off. Watching us on twitch.tv/PokerHouseLive or YouTube or our Facebook Poker House Dallas page. Streaming on all 3 platforms. We've got a couple of real hands here. Queen Jack for Katie. Queen Jack suited. And Sam Brown right behind her with the Ace King. And then Jeremy's got pocket 5s. Now if Jeremy's in the shove mode, pocket 5s is a good time. Katie makes it 2,200. Sam 3 bets. That might save Jeremy some chips. Yep, he got away from pocket 5s.
Looks like I got back just in time. We got a hand here.
Just in time for a good one. Katie raises. She's early position. She's +1. Now, I like to tell people who may be watching the +1, the +2. That's the position that you're sitting at the table. The first person acted the small blind, then the big blind. and then plus
Oh,
one,
wow.
plus two.
What a flop here for Katie. Top pair, open-ended. She checks. Very interesting. Oh, and Shadow Dawn's going to rip it in here with just ace high. Katie's grabbing chips immediately. He's going to snap call. She's not going anywhere.
We getting that applause key ready?
We'll get something ready. I don't know if you guys are enjoying that air horn. I've got all kinds of good stuff. Let's see what happens here. Or maybe I'll have to do the sad trombone for Shadow
there
Dawn.
you go, because he did do a miss.
Yeah. Oh, Katie's a short stack here, so
He needs an ace or a jack to
that's not gonna
come
do it.
ahead. Jack for a gut shot, didn't do it. Sad trombone.
Yeah. No, we're gonna give Katie the applause.
Katie gets the applause.
Yeah, we're going for Katie. No offense to Shadow Dawn and his cowboy gear, but definitely rooting for Katie here. Shadow Dawn just misstep. There was a lot of money in the pot. He wanted to pick it up.
Yep.
And very wet flop to do that on, though. It's a wet board. If it's a 3-7 deuce flop, maybe you make that move. But
If Katie wasn't so strong, it would have worked.
yeah, a lot of players in the hand and a very wet board. You got to imagine somebody's got some of that, and you're going to get called. But he went for it. Unfortunately, this time for Shadow Dawn, he was wrong. Sometimes that move works. Not in this situation. He's down to about 17,000 in chips, so definitely not out by any means. Well, he still got about 20 big blinds, 800. So 10 big blinds would be 8,000, 16,000 would be 20. So he's got over 20 big blinds here. So again, this tournament's so deep. He misstepped there, but still in a good spot to recover.
And we are having a dealer change.
All right, that's Bugsy. He's been trained. He was on the live stream yesterday, so he was dealing pain.
I actually like he enunciates. So the accent is better for me when I was down there. And
Eric's killing me here.
he's very aggressive at the table. Like he takes control of the table and keeps the action going. I appreciate that in a dealer.
Yeah, he's a great dealer. We appreciate Bugsy here at Poker House, guys. I think most of our players do too. Very colorful guy, very interesting. Always has a story to tell.
He said that because I make him count out all the action. He can't talk.
Yeah,
He's too busy working the whole time.
All right. Back over here to Katie, who just got a full double up, kind of fold under the gun.
The scowl is gone. She's chomping on that gum now. She's excited to be here again.
Did we lose our graphic?
I'm going to check the button. Nope, it's back. What that was is Brian, with a new dealer, probably forgot to tell Brian something. Brian had to go verify, and he had to go back.
Okay.
Because he probably accidentally folded somebody who called or called somebody who folded or something, and he had to back his way all the way out and start the handover.
Jeremy gonna raise here, fold around. He picks up the blinds and the ante.
Mm-hmm. And that's what happened where Bugsy probably forgot to tell him something, and he had to walk over there, verify for himself like he's doing right now.
I think
just look and see.
I think it just showed on the graphic here. The next break's going to be in about 15 minutes. So
Yes.
if that's the case, we should have a whole new table in here. I will miss these guys if that's the case, because this has been a very colorful table to commentate.
It shouldn't be. It should be 7, 8, 9.
Maybe I may have read it wrong. Sam here under the
Should be
gun
about
with King
25
Jack.
minutes. And Chad's got the ace king suited again.
Interesting hands in this one.
Tiffany with pocket.
Under the
sixes.
gun, just open folds King Jack of clubs with the big stack. Oh no, he was not the big stack. Chad.
Chad's a big stack.
Is a big stack. He has ace king on the gun +1. You were explaining what the +1
Yes.
means. We are at 5, 1, and 1. He raises the 2,500. That's 2.5x. That seems to be the new standard now. It used to be 3x. Now it's 2.5x. I'm kind of partial. I still do 3x.
It depends on. There's a lot of variables like how deep we are. Later in the tournament, my bet sizing goes small early. It's big. You know, in the first couple levels, I might go 4 or 5x, just because I don't want 4 or 5 people to sit
Yeah, of course,
flop with
of course. At this point, big blind is 1K and the big blind ante is 1K. So the big blind is in for 2,000. So in my opinion, they're never going to fold. Not that you want them to fold every time. You know, you want them to call with a
Right.
inferior hand and you win, but that's not always what happens. So,
Oh, and
this is trouble for Chad.
if you noticed, Brian told Bugsy, "Hey, careful with that muck card," so he had to back it up, and now we have the 8-8 ace.
Yeah, and this is big trouble for Chad as Corey flops a boat and Chad has ace king. Obviously, with this many players in the hand, it's easier to get off. When
I
there's
think
two
Katie's
eights
slow
up there.
playing her ace 4. Corey's gonna call. Katie's gonna lose some chips.
I would love just the call there.
Yeah.
No need to raise.
Oh, you're too strong. Oh, Katie just gets away from it.
Yeah, good fold by Katie there. Bet and a call. Somebody's got to have an ace. Her kicker's no good, so
Well, right, but now she's got the queen kicker, which still would have been no good.
right.
Yeah, this is where Chad's just
Check,
gonna lose.
check.
Good check. Corey just looked like he was bored with the hand. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
nonchalantly.
check.
At this point, Chad's going to bet the river.
Oh, for sure. It's gonna be big too. There's 22 out there. He's gonna be 10.
Yeah, we don't see the river card. I believe the river card was already put out there. It was a 7 of diamonds. Chad's going to lead here for. Yeah, you're probably right. It's going to be 10 or 12,000. Yeah, 10,000. And now Corey's going to raise here.
Yeah,
What's he going to make it? 30,000?
I would go 30.
It's the majority of his stack. Looks like he reached for about 30. 25 or 30, I'm guessing.
30.
Yeah, and Chad, unfortunately, another bad spot for him. He's forced to call it off. Yeah.
Oh, he's got ace king. How is he behind?
Right, right. He's hoping the other player has an ace, thinking it's a chop with.
for sure with the queen
aces
kicker,
and
which
eights
is
with the
where I would have
queen,
lost
right.
a lot of money if I was Katie.
Right.
Well, Chad's just been on the bad end of these on these coolers.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. You get hands like that. Now look, he went from being the chip leader. Corey just passed him now.
He still has about 2 chip averages, so he's still got like over 70,000.
Yeah, no need to panic here, but if things don't turn around for him, it won't be long. He won't have any chips if the poker gods keep frowning down upon him. I see 2 red aces in this hand. It's folding around. Jeremy, spin board using his tight image, going to want to get one through here. Raises to 2,500, and that's not going to work, as we can tell here.
Middle position with pocket aces and a raise in front of you. 3-bet to 6K or just... Oh, just all in. I was going to say he's only got 17K. What's he going to do? He just rips it in.
Yeah, that's... He's got 17,000 in his stack. If he was to pick the pot up right now, it'd be 22,000. For me personally, that's not enough value for that hand. I want to go for max.
I would have
I'm
wanted
going to try to get another
come
player in
on.
there one way or the other. If he outflops me, he outflops me at this point in the tournament. But you got to look for the full double. I probably either flat or min raise Jeremy at that point right there.
Just a small 3-bet to 5K.
Yeah. Get him in there. Hope he flops a 10. If he flops 2
It
pair or a
wouldn't have
flush draw,
worked.
then let's go.
Even if he goes to 5K, Jeremy's not calling. 7-10 suited, I might actually call. So it probably would have worked.
Yeah. Again,
extra
easier said than
5K.
done, right? If Jeremy has ace king or something there, then he gets called. So easier to make these assumptions back here in the booth, but doesn't get full value out of the aces. Probably wanting at least a single caller there, but happy to pick up the 5K pot. He is up to 22,000 now. So right there with Jeremy. Jeremy's down to 23. So we're at 23 players remaining. Average chip stack's 40. So Miss Tiffany only has 17 too. So this entire table outside of 2 players is down below the average. Tiffany, 17,000 in chips, looking down at an ace-4, going to get out of the way. Not good enough under the gun, and Jeremy now has pocket 8s. And we just heard Bugsy announce that seat 5 is all in. So Jeremy's going to put it in the middle with 23.3 thousand, pocket 8s. He does have the best hand. Oh, and now Shadow Dawn. Going to get his entire stack in the middle. Ace, Jack, offsuit. Chad has an ace, 9 of spades. Was hoping that it would check around so he could see a flop with that. It does not. Now we're going 2 ways to a flop. Classic race situation here. Standard tournament play. Didn't expect Shadow Dawn to reshove there with a lot of players behind with the ace jack, but I think with ace jack he actually likes where he's at here when the cards get flipped over, because he could be drawn a lot slimmer. If Jeremy's got ace king or ace queen, anything like that, Shadow Dawn would have been in huge trouble. So again, wasn't expecting that. Bugsy's taking us to a flop here. Oh, and open-ended for Jeremy, which is irrelative as long as he fades the ace or the jack. And he fades it. Gonna eliminate Shadow Dawn and almost get a full double up here. Shadow Dawn now has a chance to re-enter this tournament next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday at noon. This is our $250,000 free roll right here at Poker House Dallas. We're off 35 in Regal Row in Dallas, Texas, not far from the medical center and just a few miles from downtown. Come see us. We have a beautiful facility, brand new remodeled facility. We have armed guards at the front door, going to make sure no weapons get inside, going to pat everybody down. Armed guys in the parking lot, inside the building. Very safe, secure atmosphere, very fun atmosphere. It's an electric atmosphere. We're always playing music. Happy to greet you guys at the door. Really just want the opportunity to earn your business here, and we will earn it. We have a great staff. Bugsy here, as you see in the box, being one of our staff members that we are proud to have here at Poker House Dallas. On to the next hand, where Jeremy looks down at a jack 9 of spades under the gun. Not good enough, as he has just been in a few hands. Probably wants to tighten his image back up here a little bit. Not a whole lot else going on in this hand. John, who's been relatively quiet, ace 8 of hearts, reaching for chips. Probably going to put in a raise here. He does raise to 2,500. Blinds 5, 1 and 1. Again, this is the 2.5x. Katie calls now with a 5, 6 of clubs in the cutoff. Folding around. They're going to go 2 ways to a flop here. All right. King 10, 2. Good flop for Katie's hand. She's going to flop a flush draw, 2 overs. We expect John to c-bet, which he does for 3,000. Puts a pink chip out, but we'll be getting change back. Katie quickly calls. John not turning any help here. We expect a check out of him. Let's see. He is a good player. He does check. Katie wants to pick it up right here. She doesn't want to rely on a 3 or a club. If she can pick the pot up right here, she's just as happy. Katie, very tight image, hasn't been messing around too much. John has no other option than fold there. He knows his ace, or he assumes his ace isn't any good. Obviously, we can tell that it is, but no way he's ever calling in that situation. He folds. We're off to the next hand. That's the power of position here in No Limit Hold'em. Oh, we got Eric back. Let's get him unmuted here.
I'm back.
There you go, Eric. There you go. You snuck out on me for a minute. Corey, now our chip leader, 96 big blinds, 97,000 in chips. So we have a new chip leader. He's going to be under the gun in this hand, number 32 here. 10-7 of clubs, the chip leader. What's he going to do here?
Under the gun. Just an easy fold.
Folding around in this hand, not a lot going on. Over to the button, ace 5. Yeah, I would expect a raise here. Ace on the button when it folds around should be a raise almost 90% of the time in tournament. He does. He picks the blinds up, and let's see if Bugsy can deal any pain in the next one. There we go. We like the way that looks. That looks sharp. So we did picture-in-picture there to get that graphic up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this picture-in-picture software running on this laptop with the Poker Atlas website in the background.
John under the gun with the 7-deuce. Expect a raise. No, I'm kidding. John gets out of the way there. Mr. Higgins been quiet. He's gonna fold. He can play with the best of them all the way out from San Angelo, Texas. Thank you for coming out here, Mr. Higgins. Glad to see you at Poker House Dallas. We get players from all over the state. You just show up, you apply for your membership, you come in. We have live poker, we have tournaments, we have it all, guys. So come see us again right off 35 in Regal Row in Dallas, Texas. Going to be a premier poker club for a long time to come. We hope to continue these big tournaments like this. Our cash games continue to grow each and every day. Back to the action here where the small blind's going to raise into the big blind.
Show the ace.
High. Yeah, shows it, wants to protect that image.
That's my trick. Yep. Suited ace, everybody folds, make a raise.
Yeah, Corey, I'm not defending there with the Jack-7.
Nope.
Jeremy's been pretty tight and just want to fold. You got 50,000 or no, Corey has 95,000. No sense in getting out of hand. Blinds are still 5, 1, and 1. And so how long before we get a new table, Art?
15 minutes. It's actually 12 minutes now. That's
12
what my little break. I went and my mistake. I asked Mike to put a break after level 10. I meant 7, 8, 9. Put a break after level 9. So that's why the graphic is wrong. Until I went and told him, he goes, I can put it at 9. So they're going to play 3 levels, and then we're going to swap tables.
Katie picking up a raising worthy hand here. 2 black 8s under the gun +1. 3.5x. So do you think she elected to make the raise a little more to try to protect the hand, try to get people out of the hand? Eights is a hard hand to play post flop.
Yeah, 8s is really hard. You don't really like any flop that does not have an 8 in it.
So is that a tell that other players can pick up on?
Back home, there's a guy who overplays his medium pairs, and he would say, I got to protect my hand. And when you can read that and you know this player, I'll just float and then raise any flop, and he'll get mad and show me his 8s and fold. And oh man, I wish it didn't come out like that.
Right. I think to your point, most really good players, they're not looking for physical tells. It comes down to a lot of betting patterns, recognizing betting patterns in a player, what their tendencies are to do with ace king pre-flop. You know, they see bet in every flop, things like that. I think good players pick up on that more so than the physical tells. I think the physical tells is kind of a figment. It's a it's something that you see on TV, but it doesn't happen just every day. Now, I'm not saying there aren't physical tells, but I think you can learn more from betting patterns than you can from physical tells.
Especially with the internet players, where there are no physical tells and they're just going by betting patterns.
Right. So we're giving way too much information away for free here. We should probably start a podcast where we charge people for all this information. No, all joking aside, we had a hand here. To ace queen looked like a premium raised, and I believe picked everything up. So we're at 5, 1, and 1. Sam Brown 40 big blinds. Mr. Higgins 50, 94, 13. So Tiffany Tran back down to the short stack, 13 big blinds. She's a rather aggressive player, so look for her to get a big ace and get it in.
Okay. In real life, we are on break out there. I'm going to go help the table transition, and I'll leave you to commentate for the next. Ooh, wait! After this hand.
Yeah, here's that hand I was
king.
talking about that she needed to get it in with. I would have thought she wouldn't need anything even this good, but
Brian
she's definitely
just hit
getting it
back
in here.
because he messed something up. He probably accidentally hit fold when somebody called, and now he's got to back it out to get back into it.
Yeah, Jeremy looks a little annoyed there, but he's been doing a good job overall, really. Been impressed. The team's been doing good. This is a new toy. You just walked out there. You in the DeLorean again, or what's going on?
That's 10 minutes ago when I went and told Mike,
Okay.
move the brake.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
And then I have to fix it, and there we go.
Okay, back to the action. Again, only a little 20-second delay there. It showed Tiffany folded her kings. There's no way that is right.
No. And so you'll see.
It'll get backed out and fixed here in a minute, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure, her
I
card's
don't
right
see
there.
her
You can,
cards.
yeah, they're
Okay.
right behind the thing.
Okay.
And so now you're going to have to, we're going to see Brian go back, back. Or else, you know what happens? This whole hand is messed up. When I come back in here, he's like, man, this whole hand's messed up. And I just hit miss deal to try to get rid of it.
yeah, just go to the next hand.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's trying to back his way.
So
out
did
of
she
it.
have kings in this situation?
She did
yeah.
have kings, and she folds because the ace comes out on the flop.
Oh,
She
so
raised.
I think she bet
actually.
and she took it down.
Whatever she did, she won the hand.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I just saw the hands over, and he's still trying to fix that hand when the hand's over, and our dealer, he's on to the next hand, like he should be. He doesn't, and this is where I tell Brian, when there's a problem, stop the action so you can fix it. Don't try to catch up because now it's way in front of you. And it's only like you said, 20 seconds. But it feels like so much longer when you're sitting there waiting for 20 seconds. It feels like, man, I just wasted 5 minutes.
Right, correct. Well, I'm pretty sure she did have the pocket kings because there was an ace on the flop. Anytime you have pocket kings, there's an ace coming. It's no doubt. It's a guarantee and no limit hold'em that if you have pocket kings and aces coming on the flop, you can just bank on it.
Yep.
All right, Eric left me here. Still have nobody getting us with any kind of Twitter, Twitch, or anything like that. Guys, send me a message on here. I want to see who's watching. All right, Mr. Higgins. Gonna raise on the button with the ace-10 of spades. Obviously, I like to play there. Chad, ace-jack of diamonds. Never folding when the button raises into your blinds. Tiffany gets out of the way, so 2 players going no flop here. Oh, and what a flop. Both players get a little piece of it. Bottom pair for Mr. Higgins and Chad, who's first to act here, flopping middle pair. Chad does have a backdoor flush draw. No flush draws for Higgins here. Chad checks. Probably going to check call. Does. 5 of spades changes to nothing. Chad again just looking to check call all the way down here. Oh, wow. After Mr. Higgins checks the turn there, Chad probably thinks his jack might be the best hand. Now the 10 comes, it spoils that. So any 10, any king. Chad in this bad situation again where he's going to be forced to check call and lose more of his chips. Higgins getting very lucky here on Chad. Yeah, there's no way Chad's getting away from this. He's going to have to call the way the hand played out to check on the turn. He has been getting very unfortunate, so maybe he's tired of getting unfortunate. Maybe he looks for the fold button, but very tough spot to fold, and he does. Good fold there, Chad. guys, I'm back with you here. Had to take care of a little situation, but have the same players here for just a few more minutes, and we'll be getting a new table here. Not a whole lot going on in this hand here. John gonna fold an ace. He's under the gun, so ace, typically small ace like that, you would raise from the button if you're just raising into the blinds, but under the gun, there's too many players behind you. You don't want to risk getting called. More likely somebody's going to have a bigger hand than you behind you with this many players. All right, over to the cutoffs, Mr. Sam Brown. Don't have his cards. I don't know if he didn't put them in the box or what, but it doesn't matter. He's going to fold the chat on the button and going to battle the blinds out here where Tiffany calls. Going to a flop. All right, 7, 8, ace. Tiffany is going to be the aggressor and more than likely pick this up here. Yeah, Jeremy doesn't have anything and no reason to play back at her. A lot of times in No Limit Hold'em, the aggressor wins the hand. It's hard to make a pair. You hear people say that all the time, and perfect example right there. Tiffany goes ahead and decides to bet out and picks the pot up. Okay, Bugsy's very fast. On to the next hand, 39 of our $250,000 free roll stream. Ace Jack for John. He's been sitting around. Expect him to play this now. No. John proving me wrong over and over again. John pretty tight here. Again, he's under the gun, so definitely. All right, Tiffany just going to call here. We have talked about raising on the button with any ace. Decides to let the blinds in. Clubs would be devastating to Jeremy. Let's see what kind of pain Bugsy deals. 3, 7, 4. Jeremy flopping middle pair. Unfortunately, Tiffany's got top pair, top kicker, top. Corey gets out of the way with his queen high. And Eric is back here with us. 9 on the turn. Tiffany still with the best. Jeremy's going to check. Let's see if he's forced to check call. Yep, check call. And probably going to have to check call the river here. Yeah, 8 on the river. Expect the same outcome here. Probably a check call. No, she decides to check.
Check it back.
Yeah, she's got showdown value.
Yeah.
Straights are there, so.
And the Super Bowl started out there.
Super Bowl started. Oh, my. All right, I'm going to get it going on my phone here for us. We got to watch it. We can't be stuck back here not watching the Super Bowl. Did it start 30 minutes ago?
They are on break right now. So we can hit. We can turn off the sound for us.
Cool. Let's go to a commercial for the viewers. And guys, hang out with us. Don't go anywhere. Oh, I have a chat here. Who is this? Let me see. Don Nag in the chat. Thank you. If I get some more chatters to hit me up in here, guys, we'll answer some questions in this downtime. But we're going to go to commercial here for a few minutes. Going to get the Super Bowl broadcasted back here. We might hear us commentating on that a little bit, but we'll be back with you shortly.
First thing you notice is the atmosphere, the quality of the tables and the chairs. As I came through, they said, oh, we got to give you a tour of the place. You know, they showed me around. Whenever you have several details like that, it starts to add up and just creates a better experience.
This place is absolutely gorgeous. I think they did wonderful with the design and everything. It's just very comfortable.
As a server, I'm going to handle all of your needs, food, snacks, coffee. If you bring your own alcohol, we will be here to serve you guys.
It's brand new, as you can see, and I like charges on the table. That's new for me. Come play. It's going to be a great time.
The building is absolutely gorgeous. It just has a great open area, for people to just hang out, have a good time. The management is focused on just creating a positive experience for everyone.
We're going to have an armed guard at the front, making sure no one brings any weapons in, make it safe for everybody inside.
Their promotions are really starting to bring people in, and as it grows, it's definitely going to compete with the other rooms in the area and probably overtake them.
We have some of the best tournaments going on, some of the best cash games as well.